Hi everyone, welcome back. Now, at Redline Magazine we test quite a lot of fun cars, and this car that we have here with us this week is the Abarth 595 Competizione, and it very much fits the description of what a fun super mini hot hatch should look like. But the question begs, have Fiat tried to turn it into a proper driver's car? Because you know what, they're asking £20,360 starting price for one of these, and for that money you'd expect it to be, you know, a proper driver's car. So we've got one on test to find out and see what it's like. Competizione, Italian for competition. Only the Italians would be crazy enough to take a small, friendly, inoffensive hatchback like a Fiat 500 and make it look and sound this antisocial. It goes alright too. It produces 178 brake horsepower from its turbocharged 1.4 litre petrol engine and dashes to 60 miles an hour in just 6.8 seconds. You get fixed Sarbelt racing buckets, a cabin with leather, Alcantara and carbon fibre finishes, and a dual mode record Monza exhaust which adds buckets of character to what is a visually striking package. If you like cute but angry, then you need look no further. So I think it's quite obvious that this car is very much geared towards fun and not outright seriousness. And you know what? It shows in the package. I mean, we may have Pirelli P0 tyres, but they're not very wide, and so there isn't a huge amount of grip. So when you carry the speed through a corner, you do find the limit of grip quite quickly, which is amusing. It means you have to properly hustle it across the back road. And I suppose one of the nice things about this car is that when you do find the limit of grip, it doesn't spin you off the road in a huge amount of understeer. But yeah, it's alright, just like that. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's good fun. It's good fun. One of the things that this particular car here lacks is a limited slip differential. This one has an electronic differential that divvies the power around the front wheels. You can spec a proper mechanical LSD. It's all part of a performance pack which costs an additional £2,700. If I was buying this with my own money, I would spec the diff, because even though this system's good and it does pull you around the corner quite cleanly, it doesn't have that same bite, that same tenacity that you get from a proper mechanical differential. But you know, for the most part, it isn't too bad. Pin the throttle, a bit of understeer there on the exit. You kind of have to drag the wheel in to compensate for it. But and when you press this button here, you hear that? Yes. You get a shoutier exhaust, as if it wasn't shouty enough anyway, and also you get a slightly stiffer suspension setup. Oh, a bit of understeer there, bit of understeer. That's what I mean, when you hit like a slightly damp patch or something, the front wheels can't actually deal with it. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, so the car's now ramped up into sport mode. It's a little bit shoutier, and yeah, it feels good. It feels really good. One thing that is an absolute triumph is this gearbox, in terms of positioning, in terms of how tight it is, in terms of how slick it is. Oh, carry quite a lot of speed there. Yeah, the gearbox is cracking, and the pedal arrangement is spot on as well. I mean, honestly, you can heel and toe for days in this thing. Oh, this car's in my way, spoiling my fun. In my fun hot hatch, super mini hot hatch. Oh, that's something. Yeah, when you've got a car like this, all you tend to want to do is hoon. In fact, it has as much hoonability as a Honda Civic Type R, even though that's a far more technical piece of equipment. But still, it encourages you in the same way. It encourages you in the same way. Fun, and more fun. The Abarth isn't that serious about itself, nor should you treat it as such. It likes to be grabbed by the scruff of its neck and hustled along a back road. Naturally, for a front-wheel drive car without a mechanical LSD, show it the limit of grip and it will respond with understeer.
but somehow it manages to cling on while whacking a big old smile across your face. This is the magic of a good Super Mini hot hatch, the ability to make you grin just as much as any supercar would. Is the Competizione the last word in dynamism? Most certainly not. Will you have fun every time you go looking for it? Definitely.
So, moving on to a few issues that I have with the Abarth, because it's not perfect, no car's absolutely perfect. One of them is image. If you're image conscious like I am, clearly today, given the state of me, but if you are image conscious, then this car, yeah, it's probably not going to do it for you, because one day, inevitably, somebody's going to ask you, what do you drive? And you'll proudly stand there and go, I drive an Abarth 595 Competizione. And they'll ask you what it is, and then you'll go on to say, well, it's a Super Mini hot hatch, it's got a 180 brake horsepower, I spec'd it with a limited slip differential, and it's very excellent. And then they'll ask you again, what is it? At which point you'll have to tell them it's a fast Fiat 500. Yeah. Another thing I don't like, this driving position generally. I mean, these bucket seats, they look great and they do hold you in place when you go around corners. However, there's no seating adjustment, none at all. So you're kind of fixed up here in this position. And another thing is as well that the steering wheel doesn't have any reach adjustment. So it becomes very difficult to find your ideal driving position. I've been driving this car for just shy of a week now, and I still can't find my ideal driving position. Don't think I will find my ideal driving position. The car doesn't allow you to do it. What I will say though is the steering wheel is lovely. It's trimmed in Alcantara, leather, carbon fibre. It really is a very nice item to hold. So, I suppose the question is, should you, that exhaust. The question is, should you actually buy one of these cars? Well, it is a lot of money. It is a lot of money for something that started out life as a Fiat 500. You can't deny it. However, and it is a really, really big but. If you like fun, if that really is the top priority when you go out and you buy a car, then you're not going to be disappointed in this car. You're absolutely going to love it, because you know what? It's got plenty of character. You'll never tire of the way this thing sounds. You'll never tire of the way it drives, the way it feels. It is a cracking little car. It really is very good, and I can see why people go absolutely mad for these things. I can, honestly. So yeah, go out and buy it. If I had to make one recommendation, get the performance pack, because it does need a proper mechanical limited slip differential. I know it's another 2,700 quid, but you know, just, I don't know, offset it against the finance or something. Just get the pack, whatever you do, because it would improve the driving experience, I think, quite drastically. So yeah, that's my verdict. Go buy the car. I think it's a good hoop. Right, that's a wrap. Thanks for watching. Please do like this video, subscribe to the channel, and also the link below will take you to the online copy of Redline magazine. So please go and have a read at your leisure. Thank you for now. See you soon.